Welcome back, students. We were discussing which chapter? We were discussing democratic politics in SST, okay? And its first chapter, that was power sharing. Okay, so 2 modules I have uploaded, and in 2 modules, what I taught you about the problem of 2 countries. Which were they? First was Belgium, second was Sri Lanka. Okay, both had its different ethnic composition, and in the second module, what I told you about the policies adopted by Belgian government. उसका नाम क्या था? Accommodation policy. And the policy adopted by Sri Lankan government, that was majoritarianism. ठीक है, तो in that it was clear कि Belgium has amended its constitution 4 times, but Sri Lankan government follow the majority policy. They did not share the power. They did not respect the right of the minorities, that is Tamils. Okay? They follow the majority policy. They took very much harsh steps, discriminating steps, which led to the civil war in Sri Lanka. So out of these 2 examples, what we learned? क्या सीखा हमने? ठीक है? We learned that Belgium, by doing power sharing, has derived very fruitful results, and Sri Lanka, by not doing power sharing, has led to disaster. ठीक है? फिर सत्यानाश तहस नहस हो गया वहां पे. ठीक है? Their development got reduced, that we have seen. Okay, now in this module, this is the last module, and in it we will focus on 2 last concepts, that is why power sharing is desirable, means why we need to share the power. First thing is this, and second is different forms of power sharing. Now this question is also 5 marks, and this question is also 5 marks, और इसमें जो components हैं आंसर हैं, ठीक है, I'll tell you that can also be 3 marks each. And forms of power sharing में भी see 4-5 types of power sharing that I will explain you. ठीक है, तो each carry 3 marks also, means 5 marks each question, and the sub components that carry 3 marks each also. It can come in board, and 1 marks question can be made, that already you know out of theory. Okay, now let's start first question. Why power sharing is desirable? So from the example of Belgium and Sri Lanka, we have understood that power sharing brings fruitful result, and not doing power sharing, example of Sri Lanka, bring disastrous results. Okay, now we'll quote it in terms. So in the answer, they have written it, they have divided the answer into 2 main sub clauses. First is prudential reason, second is moral reason. Means there are some prudential reason. I'll tell you the meaning of prudential, okay? And there are some moral reasons why we need to share the power. Okay? See, prudential reason. Prudential क्या होता है? Prudential, you can write it also. Prudential means based on profit calculation, profit and loss calculation. Means सोच समझ के फायदा नुकसान देख के on the basis of rationality मतलब विवेक, on the basis of rationality जो decisions लिए जाते हैं, that are called as prudential decision. तो prudential means based on calculation of profit or loss, सोच समझ के फायदा नुकसान देख के किए जाने वाले decision prudential decisions हैं. Here is prudential reason. और moral means moral ethical. ठीक है, what is good, what is wrong, ऐसा. तो क्यों करना है पावर शेयरिंग? उसका क्या प्रूडेंशियल रीजन है? क्या फायदा या नुकसान होता है उससे? ओके, सी they have written it help to reduce the possibility of conflict between 2 social groups या different social groups. अब see, you can see if by chance Sri Lankan government would have done power sharing, so whether it was possible that war would have taken place between Sinhala and Tamils? No, na. Means if you are doing power sharing, it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict. Conflict मतलब झगड़ा, तो conflict नहीं होगा. And if conflict will not be there, both will jointly work, both will share power, then the country would be prosperous. Because whether it is first world war, whether it was second world war, कोई भी war कभी भी किसी के लिए भी beneficial नहीं होता. Why? Because on both the sides there are losses. महाभारत में भी देख लीजिए आप, है ना? अभी महाभारत is coming these days. So Kauravs and Pandavas both were having different losses. Although Kauravas have much loss, Pandavas have less loss, but hundreds and thousands of people got died in that war also. The war is not anyway beneficial. That's why similarly we can say that if we do power sharing, it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict. First point. Second, it is a good way to ensure the stability of political order. Stability, sthirta, political order. See, if two groups are fighting, okay, then what will happen? Government will try to control, and if they will not be able to control, then state government dissolve कर दी जाती है, if you know, and president rule लग जाता है. तो फिर political order means government की stability रही. अगर आपने झगड़ा किया तो नहीं ना, stability तो खत्म हो गई. That's why if we want to ensure smooth and peaceful government, we want to ensure the stability of political order, not to have fluctuations. If we want to ensure the stability of political order, we must do power sharing. Second point हो गया, ठीक है. Now third, imposing the will of the majority community over the others may look like an attractive option in the short run. I'm explaining you. Imposing the will, अपनी will थोपना, ठीक है. If suppose by chance, if I am there, ठीक है, or anybody is there, any teacher is there in the school, and if he is not teaching good, ठीक है, what will happen? One time student will listen, two times student will listen, but at the end, after so many requests to the teacher, they'll complain to the principal. So if I am having my power and I am misusing my power, कब तक लोग सहेंगे? Not for a long time. So if I am imposing my will, ठीक है, on the students and not explaining good to them, it is not beneficial not only for me, ठीक है, it will bring ruin for me also. Not only loss of students, it is loss indirectly in the long run. लंबे समय में थोड़े टाइम तक it लगता है कि good है. क्यों? Because I am enjoying. I don't care what students are saying. But if I'll impose my will every time, then short run में it's look good. It look an attractive option. But in the long run, लंबे समय में, it will harm me only. Because I'll get my complaint will be there for principal ma'am. ठीक है? The same thing, imposing the will of the majority. Power sharing नहीं कर रहे आप. You are imposing your will. Imposing the will of the majority community over the others may look like an attractive option in the short run. But in the long run, it undermines the unity of nation. Country की unity. Country will be divided if we will not work together. And see, in the past it has happened. Hindus and Muslims have fight. So what Britisher did? Britisher did the partition of India, na? Now there are two countries, India and Pakistan. Previously it was India only. So we must do power sharing, because if we want to have profit, prudential means profit and loss. If we want to have gain, so we must do power sharing. So these are the three reasons. Now this question can also come in 3 marks. Explain the prudential reason of power sharing. Okay? Understood? Now, second is moral. Moral. See, as I explained in the previous example, if I will not teach good, and I am the teacher, I will think like this, okay, let's see what student can do. है ना? They'll complain. This only they can do, na? But indirectly, my image is destroying. So I must think, no, if I'll teach good, then it is beneficial for me also. That was potential reason. Moral. Now, moral reason. Why I should teach good? I should teach good because it's my duty. I am getting paid for that. Principal ma'am is giving salary to me. So moral responsibility बनती है कि for which I am getting salary, I must do the work honestly. Understood? So similarly, what are the moral reasons why we need to do power sharing? Morally क्या कारण है? First, power sharing is the very spirit of democracy. Spirit मतलब आत्मा. What is democracy? Democracy is people government, na? This you have read in 9th also. People elect the representative and they form the government. If they will not share power, if they will not look for the minority and they will follow majority only, they will not do power sharing. So what is the need of democracy? They have chosen them and they are not looking for their interest, all the interest of the country. What is the need of power sharing? जैसे spirit, आत्मा जरूरी होती है. For what? Body. For running our body, soul is important. Spirit is important. Similarly, power sharing is the spirit of democracy. First reason. Okay? Okay? Second, a democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise and its rulers. Means democracy में ऐसा होना ही चाहिए. कैसा? कि those who are making rules, those who are making laws, and those who are following the laws means citizens, ठीक है, those who are affected by its exercise means on whom the law is implemented, उन दोनों में पावर शेयरिंग अंडरस्टैंडिंग होनी चाहिए. गवर्नमेंट कैन नॉट डू द फॉलो द मेजोरिटी कंसेप्ट. ओके, आई एम नाउ बीइंग इलेक्टेड, प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी वांट्स टू डू व्हाटएवर ही वांट्स टू डू. नो, मन की बात करते हैं ना वो. They try to look, अभी भी कोरोना केस आर देयर, so he is directly consulting with all the chief ministers and then he take the decision, and chief minister indirectly represents states, so he cannot do whatever he wants. कि majority है बीजेपी की तो let's do whatever we want. No, 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 no. If we want to run the country properly, efficiently, he must do power sharing. This is the moral reason. Third, people have a right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. ठीक है, पीपल को ये हक है कि दे शुड बी कंसल्टेड. जैसे इफ सपोज प्रिंसिपल मैम इज मेकिंग सम पॉलिसी, ही फॉर यू, फॉर ऑल स्टूडेंट्स, व्हाट शी डूज, शी कंसल्ट अस एंड वी पुट द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ हर. मैम दिस विल बी बेनिफिशियल फॉर स्टूडेंट्स. तो पीपल हैव द राइट टू बी कंसल्टेड. If people will not have the right to be consulted, what is the need of power sharing? There is no need of power sharing. Understood? Okay. Now next we'll start again. Okay. Thank you. चलिए. So this question is clear कि why power sharing is desirable. Now the last topic of this chapter is how many types या forms of power sharing is there. What are the ways by which we can share power? Different ways, different forms of power sharing. ठीक है. So basically the answer is being divided into 4 types. ठीक है. First is horizontal power sharing, second is vertical power sharing, third is power sharing among different social groups, and fourth and last is power sharing by political parties, pressure groups and movements. ठीक है. Now we will discuss each one by one. This full question is of 5 marks and each can come in 3 marks. Okay, now listen. First is horizontal power sharing. Horizontal, ठीक है, ऐसा फ्लैट सरफेस को हम क्या बोलते हैं? हॉरिजॉन्टल. पावर शेयरिंग क्या है? पावर शेयरिंग इज अ फॉर्म इन विच डिफरेंट स्टेक होल्डर्स हैव सम पावर, अपोजिट टू डिक्टेटरशिप. डिक्टेटरशिप में क्या होता है? ओनली वन पर्सन हैज द पावर, लाइक हिटलर. एंड इन पावर शेयरिंग हम चाहे ऑर्गन्स ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट में पावर शेयरिंग करें, चाहे डिफरेंट लेवल्स में पावर शेयरिंग करें, चाहे प्रेशर ग्रुप से करें, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज में करें, जो 4 फॉर्म्स वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी. तो एवरी टाइप बस पावर शेयर होना चाहिए. ठीक है. फर्स्ट इज हॉरिजॉन्टल पावर शेयरिंग. हॉरिजॉन्टल मीन्स फ्लैट. ठीक है. नाउ दिस यू हैव रेड इन 9th क्लास ऑल्सो. ठीक है. आई एम टेलिंग यू, इट मीन्स पावर शेयरिंग बिटवीन 3 ऑर्गन्स ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट such as legislature, executive and judiciary. These 3 organs you have studied in 9th class. First is legislature. Legislature means होता है law making body, who makes law. Legislative council होती है, जैसे you have studied, ठीक है, you have written MLA, member of legislative assembly. Legislature, law making body. Second आता है executive, execute करना. Execute मतलब implement, follow, means the laws which are made by the legislature, उन laws को follow करना. ठीक है. To run the country on the basis of those laws, those principles, especially constitution. तो run करने का जो काम करता है वो कौन करता है? Executive. Who comes in executive? Prime Minister, Chief Minister, Cabinet of Minister. ये सब policies बनाते हैं and they run the country. They execute the laws. Okay. Now third organ of the government is judiciary, judges, which comprises of all the courts, district courts, session court, highest court is Supreme Court in Delhi. You have learned in 9th class. तो these 3 organs, इनमें पावर है ना, सबकी पावर अलग है ना. Legislature, they can only make the law. Executive, they follow the law, and judiciary, they look that whether the law is being followed or not. If the law is not followed, then they give punishments. Cases file होते हैं, hearing होती है, judges gives their verdicts. Okay, तो ये तीनों. अब why it is called as horizontal power sharing? Horizontal क्यों बोलते हैं? Horizontal इसलिए बोलते हैं because neither the legislature are having more power, neither the executives are having more power, and nor the judiciary. All are having equal power. All are on the same level. That is why it is called as horizontal. Horizontal of same level होता है ना, same level. No up, no down. Horizontal, flat. ठीक है? That's why when the question can come in two ways, explain horizontal power sharing or explain how the power is being shared among different organs of the government. This is clear? Now one mark question or 3 mark question. It is also called as systems of checks and balances. Checks, check मतलब क्या है? Control. And balance. I told now. See, Supreme Court is having control over the Prime Minister. Yeah. Supreme Court is having control. Judiciary is having control over the MLAs also. Okay. Similarly, you have read in 9th class. Executive Prime Minister जो होता है लोक सभा राज्यसभा में, they can also remove the judges of Supreme Court by impeachment process. So neither they have paramount power, huge power, unnecessary, unlimited power. Neither they have unlimited power. Each can check, each can control over each other. Each can look into the functioning of each other. And in this way, a balance is maintained. That's why it is called a system of checks and balances. So this was the first form of power sharing, horizontal, because all are on the same level. Okay? Nobody is having more power than other. That's why it is horizontal form of power sharing. Okay? Second is vertical power sharing. Vertical, horizontal flat, vertical like this. Vertical power sharing, horizontal में everybody was having equal power, same power. ठीक है? सबका jurisdiction fix था. किस किस फील्ड में वो डिसीजन ले सकते हैं. वर्टिकल में जो कि देख ही रहा है, वर्टिकल में तो कोई ऊपर कोई नीचे होगा ना. तो वर्टिकल फॉर्म ऑफ पावर शेयरिंग में इट इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ पावर शेयरिंग वेयर वन इज हैविंग मोर पावर and other is having some less power, although उनका भी jurisdiction अलग होगा. This I have told you also previously. First let us understand this vertical का और meaning क्या है. It means power sharing among different government at different levels. This also you might have learned in primary classes or 8th 9th class. Central government, state government, and in the previous module I have told you this. Central government is a government which looks after the full country over the national level important matters जैसे आर्मी, टेररिज्म, ठीक है, बैंकिंग सिस्टम, करेंसी, ठीक है, फॉरेन अफेयर्स कैसे हैं, फॉरेन कंट्री से कैसे डील करना है. These matters are not looked by the state. These matters are looked by the central government. And then I have told you previously also कि MP है, suppose our state is MP, ठीक है. So in MP, the chief minister look after the MP board कि कौन सी बुक पढ़ाई जानी चाहिए कि नहीं. Even central government cannot order the chief minister कि you did not. अगर national interest से खिलाफ जाता है तो बात अलग है. वैसे तो central government has its own power and state government has its own power. ठीक है. They have their own area of jurisdiction and they have their own area of jurisdiction. So central government is little bit powerful more because much matters, national level important matter are there. So this sharing of power is called as vertical because one is relatively more powerful and one is relatively less powerful than the central government. Okay, central government को union government बोलते हैं और इस division of power को एक और नाम से जानते हैं, that is called as federal division of power, or you can call it as federalism. And this is the second chapter. Remember I have told you previously also, there is a logic why we need to study chapter in sequence wise. Why first lesson is power sharing? Why second lesson is federalism? Because in power sharing we studied many forms of power sharing. Out of that, in second vertical we have studied, and vertical is only called as federalism. That's why your second lesson is federalism of this book. Okay, see, so it means power sharing among different levels of the government, central government and state government, also called federal division of power or federalism. Understood? So first was horizontal division of power, second is vertical division of power. Now third is sharing among different social groups. Social groups means society. How to understand this? I have written here. Yes, in the previous module we have learned about Belgium. and the policy adopted by Belgian government, that was accommodation policy. क्या किया था उन्होंने accommodation policy में? One more unique point was there. What? Community government. ब्रसल्स कैपिटल सिटी की अलग गवर्नमेंट थी, ठीक है, कंट्री के लिए अलग गवर्नमेंट थी, एंड वन मोर यूनिक गवर्नमेंट वाज देयर, कम्युनिटी गवर्नमेंट, विच लुक इनटू द मैटर ऑफ कल्चर एंड एजुकेशन राइट्स. कम्युनिटी की वाज पार्ट ऑफ सोसाइटी ना, पावर इज शेयर ना, बिकॉज दे आर ऑल्सो हैविंग सम राइट्स. दिस इज शेयरिंग ऑफ पावर. यू डिसाइड ऑन दीज मैटर्स. तो कम्युनिटी गवर्नमेंट इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ व्हाट? पावर शेयरिंग अमॉन्ग डिफरेंट सोशल ग्रुप्स. Okay, see it again. It means power sharing among religious and linguistic group. Example, Belgium community government. Okay, now again in India में you might find SC, ST, OBCs, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and other backward classes. They are also having some power. They are also getting reservations. Why? Because they belong to backward areas. Their electricity is not there. Their different facilities are not there. Schools, colleges properly are not there. So though they are not able to get all the facilities, so they are not able to compete with others. That's why for their development, because सबको आगे आने का मौका मिलना चाहिए, for their development government has done reservation. So these are part of society ना, SC, ST, OBC. Social groups में उनको power दिया ना. So this is also an example of sharing of power between different social groups. See, reservation, a representation of scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, SC, ST, and other weaker section in India. Understood? This was the third form of power sharing among different social groups. Now, the last form. Last is power sharing by political parties, pressure groups, and movements. Okay? Now listen. Political party power share करती है, हाँ? Yes. Why? You have not learned or you have not heard of कोalition गवर्नमेंट. कोalition गवर्नमेंट मतलब होता है हिंदी में गठबंधन सरकार. गठबंधन सरकार मतलब व्हेन सपोज इन एनी स्टेट और इन एनी कंट्री कोई भी किसी एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को फुल मेजॉरिटी नहीं मिलती, देन व्हाट दे डू? 2-3 parties combine, join together, join hands together, and they form the government. Means no one party is having paramount power. ठीक है? No one party is able to get all the votes, so they have to share power. So in this way, the parties share the power. See, political parties freely compete in elections. पहले तो election लड़ती हैं, और if suppose they win, they form government and sometimes coalition government. तो coalition government indirect form of power sharing है, because they have to bring together 2-3 political parties. तब वो government form कर सकती है. नहीं तो no one can form political parties. You can see in महाराष्ट्र उद्धव ठाकरे जी जो हैं सीएम, ठीक है, तो शिवसेना उनकी पार्टी है. दे हैव आल्सो जॉइंड हैंड्स. दिस इज प्रैक्टिकल एस्पेक्ट. आई हैव टोल्ड यू प्रीवियसली ओनली, SST is practical. What you need, what you read all around, that all is SST, but you are not understanding the importance of SST. That's why UPSC, collector, जितने भी एग्जाम्स होते हैं, in all SST is coming. This all is practical. Understood? तो political parties share power. Second is pressure groups. Pressure groups की बात करते हैं. Pressure groups, name is clear only. Those who put pressure on the government. कैसे? You have heard मजदूर संघ. मजदूर संघ, English it's called labor union. Labor union means a union. सारे लेबर्स मिलके एक संगठन बनाते हैं, ठीक है, and they work for the development of, for the welfare of laborers, ताकि लेबर को exploitation ना हो. So in this way they put pressure on the government. You have to look for our benefit also. अगर आपने और सुना हो तो व्यापारी संघ होता है, business associations, ये भी क्या है? Pressure groups. They put pressure on the government to make the policies in favor of business. So government cannot exercise paramount amount of power. No. Government have to share power. They indirectly share power between the pressure groups. Understood? Example I have given. ABVP, अखिल भारतीय विद्यार्थी परिषद. विद्यार्थी परिषद means looking for the welfare of students. समझ रहे हो? So this is different forms of power sharing. First was horizontal, also called as system of checks and balances. Second, vertical, also called as federalism, which is second chapter, which we are going to start in the next module. Third is sharing of power between different social groups. Okay, example Belgium and reservation of SC/ST. And fourth, last was the sharing of power between different pressure groups and political parties. So this is how your first chapter got end. You can start solving the questions at the end of NCERT. Okay, or try to cover all these topics. Okay. Now in the next module we are going to start second chapter of DP, that is federalism. Okay. Thank you.